Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell. I'd even trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Do come back. You just let me know what you need. I am at your beck and call.
Oh ja. Oh.就先这样吧。
Shiny trinkets for your good lady.
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skullbar. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Giddy up there.
can I help you? My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with... I don't really... Me? Nothing. Maybe you'd like to help me keep up... It'd be good to have that staff, in case the Jarl... Thanks. I'll be waiting for it. All right, then.
I don't care how many colleges they build, or how much the sea swallows up. I'll outlast them all. What's your business here in Winterhold? Not that it matters anymore. No one bothers. Winterhold has lost much of its... I've heard rumors of the resting place. Hansa was in line to be High King of Skyrim, you know. Good. I'll have a sum of gold. I do. And if you... There's not... Everyone knows it's the college's fault that the sea swallowed our city. What's there to tell? It's mostly gone. Someday there'll be proof they caused the great collapse. Most of the city just dropping off into the sea. That doesn't just happen.
Ours is the only family left that truly cares what happens to Winterhold. Courier will be the first to tell you that if it weren't for that college, we'd all be better off. I agree with him.
How come you're in Winterhold? My pa says elves are... Did you know that someday I'm gonna... I heard the college teaches you how to kill people with magic. Is that true?
My job is to serve the Jarl. I don't really... People want... I'm trying to... And what... And what might you need? And what might you need?
Few will admit it, but we know the truth about the Great Collapse.
Disrespect the law, and you... They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his... I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good banquet. The Imperialists think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for major... I am here to... And if, in the process, my presence helps to the more important question is... What? Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It would seem that the college has what you see. Not just anyone is allowed inside. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know... A standard spell for one skilled in destruction magic is the Firebolt. Casting one at the seal on the ground here would be sufficient. I look forward to it. No matter what, the Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the... No? Well, if you think you're... Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around... Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. Much knowledge lies within these walls. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle or... our master wizard. Follow me. Well done indeed. Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard. She's the Master Wizard. You do well to remember that. Certainly. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, but they're weaker. With it, you'll also need to decide. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. We are the only group. There are others who study, to be sure. You'll need to speak with Mirabelle Irvine. Her spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
贵呀。
Mirabelle will be waiting for you. No matter what, the college will endure.
我要
believe I've made myself rather clear. Welcome to the college.
I'm simply trying to understand the reason behind this.
Another new student. Well, first you'll need these. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold. Been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the... I assure you that I shall be one. I am at the Archmage's disposal, if he will. Now that stability to guide its people through this, perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe he will be more trusted.
Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please... Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? You are now in the Arcanium. Disrupt my Arcanium. Now, do you require assistance? If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place. I have a few things laying around that weren't worth adding to the collection. You may look through them. As a matter of fact, immensely powerful, he holed himself up in Labyrinthian. Since then, his writings have been scattered. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all. Of course I do. Mages need to be reminded to... A mage is... We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Sir, I am Savos Arin. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect, but I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purpose. Are we clear? Magic is a true power, not... It shapes work. The college is a place where we can focus. Not often. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what's... I've seen documents, events in the last several hundred years. The Great Collapse, an unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe I know there are some who have blamed the college. Said that we were... The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. Winterhold was the waves receded. The college survived. And so here we remain.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster...
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. That gives us a chance to show you what we can do.
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's all right. I can teach. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
College is a bit of an oddity in Skyrim. Magic isn't something that's...
Before you even ask, yes, I have an ancestry steeped in magic, and no, I don't want to... Yes, I know Winterhold used to be full of... Does that cover everything? No, I suppose we haven't. Brillina Marion of Hell... Now I'm here to study conjuration. That's what's important. Didn't you know? Before the Oblivion Crisis, many elves called Winterhold their home. After, growing distrust of magic made life difficult for many. Others returned home after the Red Year. Winterhold itself died in the years between then and now. So far, if only because no one is telling me how great I ought to be. I just want to learn. I don't want to think about... I know I don't like... I can't tell if he expects me to blow myself up or to try and murder him. But he clearly doesn't... Not really. Just that it's very, very old.
Skyrim could not be more different from elsewhere. But magic... Magic is the same no matter where you go. Have you mastered the expert-level destruction spells yet? This is... It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to... Oh yes, Kzzai hopes to find... Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing. Kzzai will go wherever he can to learn. Mages in Skyrim was not Kzzai's first choice. The only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will.
College is a bit of an oddity in Skyrim. Magic isn't something that's looked upon fondly. New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should... Not a... My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting. I know he's from the Thalmor. I also know that no one really believes that. I've been trying to avoid him. Well, look at the evidence. Nords generally throw in the Oblivion Crisis. And finally, take the fact that the college is the only... Not at all. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting that...
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
Are you quite sure we need to be speaking?
It's no secret that the... Please, don't do anything to anger the locals. They don't need additional reasons to... It is not the place of the college to become involved in local politics.
You know, this is...
Keep clear of the college and keep yourself out of trouble.
啊，忘了看这。我就快死了。
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several if you're talented.
You know, this is one of a very few places where you can receive a real education.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? Winterhold was one... They're simply scholars. They meet... Oh, he's perfectly polite. I'm afraid I can assure you, though. Sadly, the Oblivion Crisis took its toll. You may have noticed the college, just after the Oblivion Crisis was over. A good many dark... Just about 80, in the middle of it all. Some believe... Archmage Aaron assures me that his people had nothing to do with it. And I believe him.
Kraldar's family was once very powerful in Winterhold. It's my honor to assist him even now.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor. Hey! I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelagar.
My Dagor and I have an understanding. He gives me privacy, and I'm... No. I left Winterhold for some time, and returned to state. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold, take a look. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.